Hey, it's David of Strong by Elite. Today I want to answer a question, a very common question that poses as a challenge to many people's fat loss and weight loss efforts as it relates to fitness. The question is it normal for me to be ravenous, starving after exercise? And my answer is yes, it is completely normal. It doesn't happen to every single person, but it happens to enough people for us to describe it as normal. And I think this is one of the main reasons why using exercise as a tool for weight loss is not the most efficient way to go. Because when your body exercises, and let's just use exercise as the broad term here, it's going to burn calories. And when the body burns calories, it's going to try to replenish those calories afterwards, because the underlying principle here is the body sees exercise as a stress. And evolutionarily and historically speaking, if the body saw something as a stress, such as training, such as a fight or flight response, and stress could emulate a fight or flight response where you're either hunting or being hunted, your body really doesn't care that it's burning calories, because at least in the brain, it feels that you may not survive. If you don't survive, then what use is conserving those calories for a rainy day? In this modern society, though, in this day and age, burning calories through exercise is a way to improve our health and fitness through stress management, stress adaptation. So our chances of dying after a bout of exercise is very, 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 very slim. So then afterwards, our body is more concerned with replenishing those calories in the event that it has to encounter the stress again or encounter exercise again. So it's absolutely normal for you to be hungry after exercise. Now, the type of exercise can also determine how hungry you get in proportion to how many calories you burn, whether during the exercise bout or afterwards. For example, if you go for a run, you're going to burn a majority of your calories, let's say 90% of your calories during the actual exercise. Versus if you were to weight train, you're not going to burn that many calories, because during weight training, your muscles are working and contracting, but your heart isn't working as much. There's not as much blood pumping. Your heart isn't pumping as much blood in terms of volume and in terms of frequency versus running, where your heart rate is up and sustained and elevated. When it comes to weight training, a lot of the calorie burn will come afterwards, which is why some people will get hungry right after running or swimming or biking, but they won't get hungry until a couple of hours later or maybe the next day when it comes to resistance training, because there's a delayed effect when it comes to building muscle or repairing the muscle. And that's where, when it comes to weight training, a lot of the calorie recuperation comes from rebuilding the muscle tissue. Whereas when it comes to cardio, a lot of the calorie recuperation comes from just burning calories through oxidative, what's called oxidative phosphorylation. I know that was a difficult term. I didn't think to, I was not anticipating putting that word in there, but it just happened to be anyway. Oxidative phosphorylation. There are different energy systems. We could talk about the different energy systems in a different video, but I'm not sure if that's within our purview. So suffice it to say, the amount of calories that you burn during the actual exercise is determined by the type of exercise that you're doing. And then, of course, the amount of calories you burn after the exercise is also dependent on the type of exercise you're doing. And, of course, the intensity at which you do it. If you sprint, that's going to be a little bit different. Even though sprinting and jogging are both considered running, because they use different energy systems, you're going to have a different hunger or calorie recuperation effect. So just to repeat, it is absolutely normal for you to be hungry after a bout of exercise. And again, it depends on the type of exercise you do, it depends on the intensity of exercise you do, and of course, it depends on how long you do it for. So that is why exercise is a very inefficient way to lose weight, because you're going to recuperate those calories, because there is a recovery and a stress demand when it comes to exercise. So when it comes to losing weight, use nutrition as the main tool for losing weight, for changing the number on the scale. Now, if you want to get stronger, you want to improve your fitness, your cardiovascular fitness, your strength, build muscle, then incorporate physical activity. But also be aware, be mindful that weight loss might slow down because your body's going to be more concerned with recuperating those calories. I hope this answered that question. This is about a 5-minute video. I know we went into a little bit more detail about some of the things like energy systems and the type of exercise, but I'm hoping that it was general enough for you. If you have any questions, shoot them to me at david@strongbyelite.com.